when accountancy firm Wilkins Kennedy's appeared before High Court making an appeal against payment to Harlequin Property Limited SPG the sum of $11.6 million, the request fell on deaf ears as he was refused such an appeal. Sources confirmed that the case had already been ruled by a judge, making it a complete decision. It is said that Harlequin made a claim of $60,000 against the former accountants Wilkins Kennedy's for breaching of contracts in connection with the development of Buckerman Bay Resort in St. Vincent. Although Harlequin won one of its claims last December, the claim related to company overpayment in the construction company ICE still stands, and therefore Wilkins Kennedy was ordered by a judge to pay Harlequin $11.6 million. Local trade union leaders met with Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves yesterday to discuss concerns prior to the 2017 budget presentation. The Prime Minister had already announced at a press conference that he intends to meet with farmers, fisherfolk and local business leaders just before the budget. This year's budget will be presented on Monday, February 6th, preceded by the presentation of the estimates of revenue and expenditure on Monday, January 30th. The Prime Minister Gonsalves also chaired a meeting of the Finance Committee earlier today in preparation for the presentation of the budgetary estimates on Monday. In too many countries, people are deprived of their most basic needs and go to bed hungry because of corruption, while the powerful and corrupt enjoy lavish lifestyles with impunity, so says Jose Yugas, chair of Transparency International. The corrupt index last year put SPG at number 35 out of 176 countries. This year, St. Vincent scored 60 out of 100. The report says the global average score is 43, an indication of corruption in the country's public sector. In its report, the organization said this year's results highlight the connection between corruption and inequality, which affect each other in a negative way, hence the unfair distribution of power and wealth in society. The Embassy of the Republic of China, Taiwan is pleased to announce this year's schedule of presentations of the 2017 Taiwan Scholarship Programs. Vincentians who are interested in applying for the Taiwan Scholarship Programs, namely MOFA Taiwan Scholarship and Taiwan ICDF Scholarship, are highly recommended to attend these presentations. The Embassy will make an introduction of the aforementioned scholarship programs, including the respective qualifications, requirements, and application procedures. The Garifuna Heritage Foundation, TGHF, has organized these programs for the celebration of National Heroes and Heritage Month, which takes place in March 2017. As part of their celebration, the organization will be hosting an International Garifuna Summit under the theme Celebrating Our Indigenous History, Heritage and Cultures from Mainland to Islands and Return, Strengthening Links, Forging Networks, Claiming Ancestral Space. This summit, which will run from March 6th to the 13th, 2017, will include the hosting of the 4th International Garifuna Conference, film screenings, a Garifuna cultural marketplace, a National Garifuna Folk Festivals for schools, and the establishment of a traditional Garifuna village. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves at a press conference on Monday, January 23, 2017, said the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, ECCAA, has granted authorization for the flights to begin operation at the Argyle International Airport, the AIA, when the facility officially opens on February 14, 2017.
In relation to the Argyle International Airport, I was given this morning a letter by Mr. Pompey, Godfrey Pompey, the Permanent Secretary, responsible for civil aviation, from the Director General of the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, the regulatory agency for airports, and in our part of the world, in the OECS, certainly the 6 independent member states of the OECS. And the relevant part of the letter, I don't have to read all of the letter, it says, authorization is hereby granted for the commencement of operations at the Argyle International Airport with effect from 00:01 a.m. on the 14th of February 2017, meaning 1 minute past midnight on the 14th.
Dr. Gonsalves said he was given a letter on Monday morning by Permanent Secretary responsible for civil aviation matter, Mr. Godfrey Pompey, which came from the Director General of the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, indicating that authorization has been granted for commencement of flights operation at AIA from 1 minute after midnight on February 14th.
I've raised the issue that I've been advised that Liat would wish to have, after they do their last flight into Anna's Vale on the 13th, the night of the 13th, they would like to then proceed to Argyle and park the aircraft there, so that the first set of passengers would move out in the morning on the 14th to wherever they go, Barbados or wherever. I was informed that if that is the case, Liat will be given the specific authorization so to proceed. Authorization by the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority. I don't want you to, if Liat, for instance, decides that they don't want to keep the plane there overnight, don't hold me, don't put my neck under the guillotine and chop it off. That would be an arrangement. I can only tell you what I've been advised, what is the plan. Because there are persons who think that when you're dealing with these matters, if while in the final analysis you have to have precision, but sometimes there may be a particular decision which may be fluid for one reason or the other.
On January 24, 2017, there was a full operational test of the facilities at the Argyle International Airport to determine if there are any problems that need to be rectified prior to the opening of the airport. The Prime Minister stated that on February 4th, further tests will be done to assess all the security systems at the international airport. More local news following this commercial break. Stay with us.